How often do you use technology? Once a day? Twice a day? More than that? Whatever that number, multiply it by every student in your class. Every time your students use technology, they are at risk of the dangers associated with technology. Technology is becoming more and more important in the world we live in, especially for your students, who will be growing up using a laptop, tablet, smartphone, or any other device that can help them accomplish even small tasks. Because technology is growing every single day, it is becoming easier and better for our children and our students. Students can go online to experience things they could never have done before: games, studying tools, chat resources, entertainment, and so much more. But wait, as wonderful as technology is, there are some dangers to it as well. Be it ethical, legal, or safety matters, teaching your students about online safety is important.
Hold your fire!
What?
We're playing online.
So?
You need to stop, think, connect.
Stop. Before you play, make sure your game's safety settings are active.
Think about your online behavior and report any online bullying or harassment.
And never share personal information with anyone you don't know.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
And for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
The article Teaching Internet Security, Safety in Our Classrooms says that Mark Prensky, an internationally acclaimed speaker, writer, consultant, and innovator in the field of education and learning, has coined the terms Internet natives and Internet immigrants to describe the two different generations using technology today. Anyone under the age of 30 would be considered an Internet native because they have grown up using technology. Internet immigrants are those who are over the age of 30 who have not grown up using technology. Internet immigrants, often the parents of Internet natives, must not assume that the natives understand everything about the technology they appear to know so well. The article Internet and Children says that the greatest hazard is that the Internet increases the chances of your child being inappropriately influenced by people and images from anywhere in the world. This article also says that it is a good idea to teach children street smarts, protecting them from material that is sexual, hateful, or violent in nature, shielding them from activities that could threaten their personal safety, and guarding against unauthorized use of the family's personal information. The article Internet Safety by Anne Reeks gives important tips that parents can use to help keep their child safer online. Some of these tips include becoming involved and knowing what children are doing online, creating time limits for time that the child is allowed on the computer, keeping the computer in a place that is open for other family members to monitor what is happening on it, using various filters to ensure the child stays on kid-friendly zones, and teaching the child to protect privacy by not giving out any personal information. All of these tips can help teachers, as well as parents, educate and ensure that children are being as safe as possible on the Internet. Teachers must inform children of the dangers out there. Another aspect of technology that teachers must educate students on is the ethical misuses of technology. Ethical matters on the computer are just as important to deal with as ethical matters in the classroom. One such ethical matter that is often seen in both settings is bullying. The article High-Tech Cruelty says that cyberbullying is willful and repeated harm inflicted through computers, cell phones, and other electronic devices. This article also says that about 2/3 of youth between the ages of 12 and 17 go online every day to do schoolwork, keep in touch with friends, play games, or engage in other pursuits. With so many children online, it is crucial that they be informed of the dangers of what they are doing. By cyberbullying, a victim can quickly be hurt by not only people they know, but also by millions around the world. Just a few types of cyberbullying could be creating, taking, or sending embarrassing or hurtful pictures, or sending or saying hurtful things through messaging programs. Another ethical problem is plagiarism. The dictionary definition of plagiarism is an act or instance of using or closely imitating the language and thoughts of another author without authorization and the representation of that author's work as one's own, as by not crediting the original author. In other words, plagiarism is considered stealing the original author's work. The article Plagiarism in the Internet Age says that one reason why children do not think plagiarism is a big deal is because they are not as familiar with it as they should be. Again, by educating students about this concept, much of it might be stopped. Often, teachers will only mention before a research project that plagiarism will not be tolerated, or a similar phrase. They don't take the time to explain why it will not be tolerated, or even how plagiarism can be committed. There are many ways that a child could plagiarize without even knowing that's what they are doing. Just a few ways that plagiarism can be committed are by quoting an article without giving credit, using a copyrighted material for longer than it should be used, or by not getting permission to use a copyrighted material. By sharing more about this topic, students would understand more of these ways of committing this and would know more about what they should not be doing with other authors' works.
This is Timmy. He doesn't know it, but Timmy is a pirate, and not the cool kind, kids. Hey, Timmy, do you copy and paste your homework from the internet? Uh-huh. That's plagiarism. You can only use 20% of your material as a direct quote from an outside source. Do you add quotation marks around what you copy? Uh-uh. That's plagiarism. You always have to note that material is copied from another source when that source isn't you. Do you cite your sources in the correct APA format? Uh-uh. That's plagiarism. If your instructor can't find where you got the material, it looks like you have something to hide. Remember, they have Google too. Do you use Wikipedia as a source in your work? Uh-huh. That's silly. Wikipedia is not a recognized academic source. Don't be a pirate like Timmy. Use less than 20% of copied material, note your sources by quotation marks, and cite your sources correctly. When in doubt, ask your instructor.
Another matter that students must be informed about is that of correct legal usage of technology. The article Teaching Internet Security, Safety in Our Classrooms mentions that the FBI has recently made cybercrimes their number 3 priority. This is a huge indicator that legal usage of technology is important. There are many types of cybercrimes that any internet user should be familiar with. The article Cracking Down on Computer Crime mentions computer crimes such as identity theft, computer hacking, computer spying, and software piracy. Another article in the year 2025 talked about even more, such as cyberporn, cyberstalking, and cyber harassment. The article As Cybercrime Rises, So Does a New and Successful Breed of Cybercops mentions that national crime units like the U.S. Secret Service, Australian Federal Police, and the UK's Serious Organised Crime Agency, as well as international groups like Interpol, are also devoting themselves to catch cyber criminals as well as informing the victims. According to this article, 33% of the approximately 3,000 organizations that reported a cybersecurity breach to TrustWave last year had been notified by law enforcement. By making these changes to cybersecurity, the cyber world can slowly become a safer place for our students.
Let's fight some cybercrime. It is tough preventing crime in the cybersphere because there are so many newbies who do not know the core rules of cybercrime prevention etiquette. Let's go over the rules, so we can fight cybercrime better. 1. Use privacy settings to keep personal information semi-private. Don't follow links. They can lead to viruses. Accept friends with caution because you are judged by the people you know. Don't assume anything. Many people post misleading information on purpose. Do not trust anyone because most people have ulterior motive. Clean your cache regularly to remove cookies. Don't accept overpayments because it is a common scam. Don't click on pop-ups because many are scams and some have viruses. Don't pay to work from home because you will just be wasting your money. Many companies advertise weight loss pills that do not work. Great. Thanks for going over the core rules of cybercrime safety and etiquette with me. NetworkEtiquette.net. Everyone could use a little netiquette. NetworkEtiquette.net. The authority on Internet etiquette, netiquette. Created by David Chiles.
Technology can be used in the classroom in so many ways. Games, study tools, and research capabilities are just a few ideas for uses that teachers can adapt to fit the needs of each individual in his or her classroom. However, as mentioned, without knowledge of the dangers that can be involved with using this technology can become a bad thing for the children we teach. This is why it is so crucial for us, as teachers of this generation, to help our students understand not only what a great privilege technology is and how useful it can be, but the dangers that it can have and how to avoid them, so they can learn from and not be harmed by this wonderful tool in today's society.